Hello. Testing. What's up, Nicholas? B? Not sure how to pronounce that, but hello. Stream is not a scam. You can trust me. Now, it looks like people have given us some material to work with here on the ladder. So, might check out a few games and maybe we'll look at some more games from the league tournament. Who knows? What's up, Saf? Yes. Welcome, welcome. Not much. We got a new stove today installed. It's looking well. It's good. Don't think we're supposed to light it tonight, but that's nice. Alright, let's examine the burgers and their ladder adventures. Mountain gives sneaky, speaking of burgers, Mountain gave us a sneaky super chat right after I ended the stream yesterday for $10. So that was very kind of him. Yeah, it says at the top actually. Alright. Burger 1, Swackel, who's climbed slightly above 2k again. Against Burger 2, Tex. I missed the hello and welcome. Well, no, I never said it. So, hello and welcome, sleepy human. First lab from Swackel. So you can see, because he goes first lab, he has to make a pigeon, I think. Well, actually, no, he could probably make first lab and still not build a pigeon. Not sure. But yeah, first lab is fairly aggressive. Whoa, second tank. That's mad. That's very unusual on any map for someone to do that. So that seems like some kind of... It seems like Tex knows what Swackel is gonna do, I'd say. He needs to, you know... Oh, he's taking a bit of a turn. Will he catch the lab, though? Radar blinked on way too late for my liking. Don't they reclaim trees? Well, no, that's really just a couple of single trees. They won't actually give you much power at all. Like, if you look... I mean, Swackel has gotten 130, but that's actually from trees up here, I believe. Tex, who hasn't gone up here yet, you can see he has, like, less than 100 power reclaimed. So this lab actually got past the tank somehow. Bang. Dead. Second tham, though, that's insane. Yeah, you can see 37 power. That's just from, like... couple of things here, so it's really irrelevant amount of power. What's up, Michael? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, a bit earlier than before today. God damn it. The bots and Aeolus are down. Bomber from your boy. Oh, this Tam got past in the middle, and he's not going to chase it down. He's Uh-oh, you don't want a 52 HP tank to go after your engineer here. Oh, God. Oh, bit of a reclaim. The tank escapes with 15 HP. It has 4 kills now. How is that possible? And it gets 5 kills. And this engineer survives on 29 HP. Bombers almost cross paths. Finally, this tank will die because it's given a wrong move order, I think, really. No, wait, it won't die. Saved by the mountain, or the terrain there. Bomber kills that Engie. This engineer is the one that's going to be under threat. Another bomber as well for Tex. He's got bomber on each side. This bomber, one bomber from Swackel, has 2 valuable engineer kills. And now looks to be heading towards this Engie. And NT is only coming out now. And this engineer is not going to dodge, is he? Damn. What's up, Suki? Oh, 2 kills. Oh, he got another one. No dodge. What's up, Cuddy? Oh, no, the other bomber comes in. Gets 2 kills on these Engies. So it's 4 dead Engies in the base. This engineer is alive, though. That's quite nice. And there's a lot of aggression going on in this map. Now it's going to be who can recover their economy after all the damage that's been done. And the main thing you need to do is replace the engineers. So I would be looking for multiple factories to be building Engies. And that's what Swackel is doing. 2 factories are building tanks still and units. And over here we have 2 facts building Engies to replace the ones that have been killed. Cuddy, thanks for the $1 super chat. That tank scam, Swackel. First lab doesn't cost too much extra power because you would be making an engineer. It wasn't really about the extra power it would cost. It was just about whether you would be left idle with the ACU, which you actually wouldn't. You could build just 4 mexes and the engineer would be out in time to build the hydro or get the hydro started. Yeah, so it was about the idle time on the ACU, really. That's what I was thinking. What's up, Swackel? It's up 70%. How's it going? Was there... Oh, there's an Engie there. Okay. I think there was a PD started there because it looked like Tex was just shooting into the ground for no reason, but... Oh, capturing mexes. Much faster than killing. And you don't really get much veterancy from killing mexes, so it's pretty good to capture them, I think. You can capture twice as fast as you can build. Small tip there. Yeah, Swackel is 2k again. What a beast. Good defense there with these 2 tanks to defend them. One of the most important engineers in the map right now. See, Tex is not here yet, and he's not close either. The engineers that are queued to build this are... Oh, it's this guy who's building a hydro on his own. Quite a lot of tanks in support of Tex, though, on the top side. So he's going to be aggressive, and that's what you got to do. Look at this. Just gonna walk in here. Very nice fight for Swackel, though. But his ACU is slower than Tex's. Swackel does like to put his ACU on patrol. He really does. He's not a man for the manual reclaim. What's up, Alistair? What's up, Niall? So yeah, Tex takes a couple of mexes out. Bit of a raid there, we could call it. Looks like he wanted to walk into the base, but decides not to. The PD does have to go up, that's for sure. The T2 HQ is very far forward. You'd much rather have the T2 HQ back here. I don't really like upgrading the one that's the furthest forward here. What's up, Tex? I was drunk. Come on. What are these excuses? Yeah, patrol. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I don't have anything against it, really. I mean, sometimes I do. Oh, Tex taking a lot of damage on the ACU now. A lot of tanks just got in range of him. So yeah, that's good damage from Swackel. That's kind of the kind of thing you need to do. You want to soften up the ACU if you get the chance. So that was a good move from Swackel. It didn't cost him too many tanks, and the tanks it did cost him are, you know, going to be reclaimable by him. Very nice attack with 6 tanks over here. Attacking this expansion. Drunk last night on comms with Swackel. Well, look, I've played drunk before, and I did not play this well. I played drunk like once against Soviet Pride, and it was hilarious. I lost. It was like oh, Swackel already has the gun. That's quite quick. I was like, oh my god. He has the gun, but he has no unit support. He's getting hit by, well, the Zuis are coming in after him. There's a lot of Thams, and there's no, where's the overcharges? Oh, Swackel. How could this happen? Where are your units? Wow. Yeah, T2 land and gun and no T1 units. Oof. You know, that wasn't great there. Looks like 2K gameplay to me. True. Yeah, well, you know, I did preach the dangers of long-term, you know, long-term investments on Craftius this early can backfire rapidly. Seems like that's what happened. Sub Turbo, sub Tedo Web. That's why me and Jagged are 2200. Exactly. I mean, never mind the fact that I've been 2200 for maybe a day in my life, but yeah. Okay. Well, you know, there's other replays to check out. The next one is shorter, so maybe we'll skip that one. Let's see, what would be a good one? Well, let's try this autumn map. Let's see. I want to see, you know, some new things here on this map because it hasn't gotten too much play. It does. I'm not sure what exactly is possible on this map, but I'm interested to see what happens here. You know, this seems like a decent map to me. Are there any FAF performance enhancing drugs? Caffeine, THC. I would say definitely not THC. Oh my goodness, Swackel, what have you done? Forgot the pigeon. Recommend Esgroth and Open Palms. Yeah, we'll check those out. Red caffeine doesn't enhance mental performance. Does Adderall help? Well, I know there was a thing with in CSGO where players were on Adderall, but I don't think it really was much of a performance enhancer for them. Maybe it was to some degree. But yeah, definitely not THC. Good sleep and a day off should be the best one. I think that's fair. Very fair. And, you know, nothing else in the back of your mind worrying you. So Swackel goes for first bomber. I would never think about going first bomber on this map, but, you know. Well, broke 1k on Adderall, went up to 1100 without it. Yeah, well, I think it's like, I don't know. Performance enhancing things are mental performance enhancing things are very difficult to, I don't know, anything that has a mental effect is difficult to measure, I'd say. Can you find the last game the Texan Swackel played? I want to see full drunk gameplay. Don't do drugs, kids. I'm sitting here with a cup of coffee. Drink coffee, do stupid things faster and with more energy. Well, the bomber has successfully avoided all of the tanks and scouts here, so it will arrive. Oh my god. Oh, bomb the air factory. Bomb the air factory. Hit this guy and then bomb the air factory. Come on. Yes, weed does not help, trust me. Josh knows. Josh has some specific experience, I suppose. It also probably not helpful to long run mental health stuff. To be using methalite for recreational use. Yeah. I heard actually that also players who were playing Counter-Strike way back in the day, like, you know, early 2000s when Counter-Strike 1.3 or 5 or 6 was around, that there were players in California who were literally on meth. And they were extremely good at the game as well. So, you know, I'm definitely not suggesting you do that, but you know, there's so many, I don't know, drugs are fucking weird and wild and dangerous. This bomber's still alive. Oh, he got half a bomb away there. Oh, not enough. On meth, still couldn't beat the Swedes. Yeah, not really. Generally not. As far as I know. Heaton and Potty are still the best at the time. Early 2000s, 1.5, you're right. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, except from hearing about it recently. If I wanted you to review 2v2 match, would I need to Patreon? Yeah, or you could donate on the stream and I could do a replay review live on stream if you would like. Or if you don't want it live, then I can do it at a different time. The only thing I ask is that it's a loss. Caffeine is like a minimal drug. Yeah. It depends how much. Well, you can just take more of it, I guess. What is this bomber doing? It's just flying around. It's bomb something, for Christ's sake. Jesus. The real secret is to be 2K so Jagged watches all your games anyway. Yeah, exactly. But we gotta get you there first, you know. Thinking about the game on shrooms is what gets you to 2K ladder. No, that would be far too confusing. I don't think you can't really comprehend competitive games on shrooms, to be honest. Speaking not from experience or anything, you know, just what I've heard or whatever. Nice. Here's an NG. Microdosing acid may help. I don't know. Not that I have any experience. Yeah. No, none of us have any experience. We're just, you know, we've just heard things, I guess. So what's going on? Swackel with some nice units in place, you know, lacking his expansion. What's the plan? I don't know. What is this for? Why are you, Swackel? Explain this order, can you please? Why do you need an NG here? on attack move instead of like here or here or, you know, units maybe. Oh, nice raid here. Macro dosing. Do peyote in the desert and you'll come out of it knowing how to perfectly eco. Yes. Waking up at 4 AM and getting 2 hours of exercise every day is probably better than any drug. I'm not gonna disagree. Oh, look at this. I don't think the NGs have the range, do they? To build up here? The plan is that there is no plan. Well, that's fair. These guys are idle, so you're probably overflowing mass. Oh, no, no. Spending your mass now. Where are the units? $2,000 mass in units. Oh, Texas got more units. This NG is a beast. And the ACU for Swackel, not really sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I guess you can't really go forward here. It's too dangerous. Bomber. Oh, oh. No, he didn't drop on the juicy target. And he just stops over the base and lands himself right down in there. Look at all the dead bombers and things just directly in Swackel's base. Swackel 1,000 mass ahead. TA for life became a 2K player microdosing. He wasn't. I don't know if he was microdosing the joints there, or if he was macrodosing, as we just came up with. A lot of people compare LSD and psilocybin. Yeah, they're not really the same at all. I did acid once, now I can't read. I hope mushrooms fix it. Ah yes, the old self-medication cycle continues in a big circle. What's the terrain like? It's quite up and down. I mean, it's flat enough that I don't think too many shots will be blocked by the ground. But it's quite attractive terrain. It doesn't seem bad. Maybe around, say, here, when you're coming down off this, it's a bit... certainly going to get in the way of some shots. In general, it doesn't seem like it's blocking shots, like say here, for example. It's kind of fine. Let's try find some other fights and see what it's like. Yeah, once again, there is terrain, but the units seem generally capable of shooting without hitting the ground. So I'd say it's fine, yeah. Seems good. I macrodosed in the 90s. What's going on? Tex, Swackel, why not walk into Swackel here? Neither player really getting the reclaim. So there's a reclaim patch here, reclaim here, reclaim in the middle, and then of course the same patches over here. And it seems like only Tex is getting some, and he's getting this stuff. Oh, now we have Swackel taking this stuff here. And the ACUs meet in the middle. Am I Swedish? No, I'm Irish. Swedish, that's a bit of a... People do have trouble with my accent sometimes, but I haven't heard Swedish before. Bit of a raid. Move in, don't let the poor Zooies take you over. Yeah, there you go, nice. Jagged, you should ladder. Should I, though? It's so much easier to just cast, and also I think it's more enjoyable for most people watching the stream. Jorgen, Vlorgen, Schmorgen. Exactly. Irish are not Vikings that speak English. The Irish are complex people. We have, you know, if you look at our names, we have, you know, Norman influences in the names, Gaelic, Viking. You know, there's Viking influence in the names as well. So we're a bit of a mess. You know, people come over here to invade, and then we just you know incorporated them into ourselves. You know, we kicked out the Vikings, and then it's like 100 years later, max, the Normans invaded. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. We just got rid of the Vikings, and the freaking Normans arrive. Build loads of castles. A lot of Irish towns were founded by Scandinavians. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, like Wexford. Like, there's a lot of places with Ford in the name, at the end of the name, like Wexford, Waterford. That's obviously, you know, Viking influence. Yeah, the Normans weren't Brits though. Normans were French. They conquered, you know, a lot of Britain, and then turned their attention across the Irish Sea. Castles, we have lots of those in Wales. Yeah, some of the, I mean, some of the people who built the castles in Ireland are the same people who built them in Wales. Like the Earl of Pembroke, back in, you know, 12th century, I think. Built Carlow Castle. Good stuff. Talk about the Battle of Hastings. No, I don't care about that. By the way, Normans were Vikings. How does that work? Normans are from Normandy in France. I didn't realize they had some Viking history. Swackel is a beast. Now, of course, Tex has already gotten in his, you know, his excuses. Oh, I was drunk, and oh, woe is me. I was on comms and with Swackel, so that matters or something. Here we go. Jagged is bullying me. Yep. Yeah, Normans were not Vikings. Yeah, that seems correct to me. French gave up since 700. I mean, pretty sure the French have an insanely good military record throughout history. The French Norman are descendant of Vikings. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Battle of Hastings, I got sniped. Excellent micro. What's happening in Northern Ireland this past week? Yeah, there's some unrest, you know. Of course, things are... they've been becoming less stable in the past years. The Northern Ireland Assembly has been, well, has shut down for several years now. They had an assembly up there for a while, and then there was some kind of issue over the Irish Language Act or something, and so that's a destabilizing thing, obviously. And, you know, then you have Brexit, and you have pandemic, and, you know, tensions rise. What's up, Robo Gear? Yeah, there are other Irish players. Like, Depony. He's been in 1 million Galcasts. Somehow 0 planes. Yeah, it was like 100,000 bombers in the opening, and then nothing. Yeah, Depony. I think he's a dub. A lot of things happening, a lot of fights and stuff. Whoa, okay, he just dropped... Swackel just dropped 4 engineers forward. That's a weird one. Not something you'd expect. Does YouTube censor the word riot? I saw your comment. So, I don't know. I saw your comment anyway. What the hell? Okay, 4 engineers and he managed to capture a single mech. He was also stalling insanely hard while doing it, so... Swackel, you drained so much energy while trying to capture that, by the way. That was, that was such a bad move while you're struggling to make the gun. Isn't every American Irish? A lot of them, I suppose. Yeah, there's Irish names everywhere. I think Texas is dead now. Because there's pillars here. Which country would win the World Cup of FAF? America or Russia, I guess. It depends on how many players you have to have involved, and I'd say, yeah, one or the other. Isn't every American Russian? Excuse me. Depends if Zoc comes back. No, I don't think the Germans could mount a real threat at this point. Well, played to Swackel, stealing Texas points there. Oh, but Tex was drunk, you know. Yeah, no, I think, oh yeah, there are, yeah, the Dutch are probably the strongest European country at this point on FAF, which is weird. A little bit weird, because it's, you know, it's not a massive country, but, well, no, it's a very small country, in fact, but, yeah, they have strong squad of players. Nexus is from America because of farms. Well, there's farms and there's a Chief Jaguar and there's Thau, I think. No, wait, is Thau German or is he? But there's Bully Dozer. Who else? Anyone else on the line that I can see? I mean, those would be the main ones from the Netherlands. There's not really any top Australian players, no. Let's see, what kind of game do we have? Oh wait, we were suggested a Esgaroth. Right, we'll watch the ones that Swackel suggested. Not many Swedish. Yeah, I don't know of any Swedish top players. Where's Yudi from? I think he's from Brazil. Damn it, Swackel. Ah. Swackel was the first bomber again, like, come on. You mean she? I don't think so. Is he? I remember his flag being Japanese. Yeah, I think he was just in Japan. I think he is actually Brazilian though. As far as I know, I don't know that 100%, but that's my understanding. It's quite a few Brazilian players on FAF, which is cool. You want some split screen action? Okay. Guile mode engaged. Any top South African players? Knightley is the best South African, I'd say, that I know of. I think that's the name he goes by now. Second bomber, okay, not first bomber. Does this game ever piss you off because I have a problem with that? I get pissed off when I lose because I have too high expectations. But I don't really get pissed off at the game. As in like, oh, that unit is bullshit or that mechanic is bullshit. Not really. But no, I do get pissed off if I'm losing and playing poorly. So, yeah. That's a dead energy. Right, we're leaving the split screen here. Because there's two tanks moving across the map, which is really good for techs. This bomber gets a second kill. And is there an anti-air coming out of this factory? Yes, there is. That's another kill. Sounds like a normal response to every competitive game. Yeah, I'd agree. Generally. So many pigeons. No reclaim. Tech's not stealing the reclaim. Well, he just has no engineers at the moment. I don't think he can afford to walk now. Tex needs to keep building, probably. Yeah, he can afford to throw down a factory. The bomber still lives. It says it only has one kill. This bug I don't understand fully, but well, it's got to do with damage over time, I think. But yeah, it says one kill, but it actually has 3 engineer kills. How much you like sci-fi RTS? Well, I like this one. Quite a lot. Celine goes down. Good raid on this Engie. And 3 engineers moving through the middle, but there's nothing to actually kill them right now. Bomber will go down. If it doesn't move, it's going to get one shot. Yep. Oh, there's actually a Celine to kill the Engies. Now it's actually capable of doing that. Thanks to your boy Patrick. Never would have guessed you like Subcom. I know, I mean, the world is full of surprises. So that engineer did actually go down. And then the Celine was killed by this tank. Tex takes the mid reclaim. And the bomber is still alive. There's still no air factory planned. And no hydrocarbon yet. And 1 engineer on the way. My god. Oh, that's another bomber actually. So now we got 2 bombers overhead. And 1 anti-air, 2 anti-air on the map, 3, that's all. Good raid by this tank, doing a lot of damage. And the Celine blocking the mechs. This bomber with the vet is actually able to just tank quite a bit of damage from the anti-air. And now, oh, he's going to bomb the anti-air. Oh, he missed. He missed. And still the bomber survives because there's no scout here. You can see that you can't use the full range of the anti-air without radar, and now the anti-air is dead. Is this anti-air under attack from these bombers? Yep. Oh, and both bombers actually survive. One of them very low HP, 7 HP. 4 factories and an air factory, 5 land factories, no air factory. Static anti-air in the base. Oh, it misses. It misses. It fired 1 shot at this bomber and it dodged. And now the ACU can get some nice kills. And the bombers too, dropping. Oh, is that going to be 2? Yes, that's a 2 for, and damage the 3rd. And the Mex gets erased from history. Engineer, dodging, 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 dodging. What? Oh no, the one shot there. Oh, where's that Engie going? Or the Selena? Oh, secret. Sheathes the gun. FAF is designed to make you mad more than other games, because it is a deterministic simulation where everything is predictable and your fault. Well, that's not true at all. Sasquatch? What? They experimented with aircraft carriers made from blocks of ice. Great idea. Was it going to be permanently staged in the Arctic or something, or what? Sounds so dumb. Well, Swackel looks to be taking more of the map here. And nobody getting the Civ reclaim yet. PD maybe? No, just some reclaiming. Oh, if he kills that Hydra, that's going to be nasty. Uh-oh. What's up, Groucho? Is an ice hotel dumb? I don't think it's quite as dumb. Maybe it's not dumb at all. But an aircraft carrier made of ice. Not so good. Yeah, Swackel with way more HP. Tech's below half now. And doesn't really have much vet either, so Swackel is a beast here. Looks really good for Swackel. Bit of a raid that probably didn't need to happen over on the left, but I think he can just walk, and there's nothing that the ACU can do. He has to just retreat. Wasn't frozen wood pulp and ice, not literally just ice. Sure, I have no idea though. Somebody just mentioned it in chat. I have literally no knowledge of it beyond that comment. Oh, Swackel, why you get surrounded? Why? Why? Yeah, that's nice. 3,000 to 4,000 damage on the ACU there for the cost of a few tanks. Pretty good stuff. And Tex also farms some vet over here, heading towards his first vet, but Swackel's already there. The Hydra did not go down in the end. Maybe it could be sniped now by the bombers. That would actually be a good snipe, I'd say. Tex looking very isolated, I would say so. And oh, Swackel dropping an overcharge in on him there. And begin sending in the troops. Has either hit T2? No, I don't believe so. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of reclaim here. Pycrete. Alright. Never heard of it. Is there a chance FAF community can multi on 81 by 81 kilometer maps in my lifetime? No, I don't think the game really suits that, and Tex is dead. Sub J Steel. Boom. He is dead. Ice and wood shavings, it would be unsinkable. Oh, okay. So that's the idea. Alright, well that's a good point. Alright. Right, let's move on from Swackel and text, okay? They've featured enough. We got anything else here? What do we have? Well, what's the cheeky owl game like? Swackel and Silent Noob, Mosey and Robo Gear. Alright, let's try some Mosey and Robo Gear action. So welcome everyone to the stream. Hit like if you are so inclined. Would be appreciated. Let's get an 81-kilometer map in ladder. Let's not. Played against Voodoo for the first time in ladder today. Nice one. Voodoo's a good guy to play against. You can learn a lot from him. He has that old school playstyle that you should appreciate. You'll see him do things that a lot of people won't do. A non-Swackel and text game. Alright, Robo, is this gonna work? I'm always questioning whether this... does this work? I guess he's not gonna stall, yeah. First engineer assists. What's up, Tagada? I don't see any Tagada games. He made like half Destros and half frigates. It was weird. Is that weird? Maybe it is. Mosey with a nice rating at the moment. Robo's a strong player though. Yeah, so Robo going, you know, delaying mass extractors, going only 8 P-gens and gonna make the transport quickly. Really relying on reclaim, and he's sort of mistimed slightly the mass gathering, so on glaciers. Yeah, glaciers is not the strongest map for Voodoo, that's for sure. He's not, this is not it, that's not really where his strength lies. And for scout, and then an inti, and then a transport from Mosey. Why is StarCraft such a more popular game? Well, it has, you know, Activision Blizzard behind it, I'd say, is number one. There's a whole esports scene around Brood War in Korea, which was huge, which is like a very important part in esports development, and then that was transferred into StarCraft 2, and you have a gigantic company pushing it, so that's the advantages for StarCraft. They are significant. Is Robo Aeon main? No, he's... Robo plays everything. Any map, any settings, and any faction. I don't know what he particularly likes to play on ladder at the moment though. Maybe he does. Maybe he does play Aeon mainly now. Not sure. He's played everything in the past. Maybe less UEF. I'd say. He's dropped the NGs. So he got a quick transport now. You can see his hide is sort of trying to stay away over here. And yeah, just lacking some power. He's of course going to be a bit behind on power probably because he just built less early on before his second air factory. Or his first air factory, but his second factory in all in all. So both players have 2 air factories. Mosey goes for the quick naval factory. He does like to make that investment. And Mosey drops the right hand side, drops the top side of the island and the bottom end of the island. And nobody in middle just yet. Robo now loading up 5 engineers and heading to these 8 mexes. What's up, Nick? How's it going? Aeon's your favorite? Yeah, I mean Aeon's good. I think Oriko plays Aeon only. But most players at the top play all factions, and maybe some of the real ladder tryhards will pick one faction and only use one faction. So yeah, it was Cybern before. Now it's some people are playing Seraphim only. T2 Mex. Any T2 Mexes for Mosey? Nope. Not upgrading any either. He's got a transport heading to middle. Oh, this transport is dying. Yep, the engineers on board die. And 6 engineers dropped to middle. No tanks. There's already a factory up. There's only 3 engies though. Oh, he's only dropping 3 here. Mosey. Oh man, if you dropped all 6, he really has a good chance of taking the island. He could get PD up fast. I mean, he's lacking power to build with all 6 of those NGs, but with only 3 now, and he's also gone idle, there's no way he takes middle. Where does Aeon have an advantage? 5x5 maps, or say if you can abuse swift winds, or the ACU obviously is extremely powerful with the huge range it has. So certain maps allow you to abuse those things more than others. And experimentals are not, well, they're certainly better than they were now that the Tsar is quite good. So it looks like Robo Gear is going to have more of the map. Mosey is expanding faster on his larger island. Maybe he's not too quick with the reclaiming, but Robo's gonna have middle. Mosey has this island and this island and this, so that's makes up some way for the loss of middle. But he is also behind in terms of T2 Mexes. We only have 1 upgrading at the moment. It's halfway, while Robo has had a T2 Mex for a while now. Now, where? Well, I think Mosey's plan is pretty clear. He's gonna try and do damage with drops. Restorers and air staging, yeah. Yeah, that's fun. What's up, Hank? How's it going? Nomads you can play with mods, but they're not played in normal play. T2 air is completed for Robo. And Mosey sends his air in. He doesn't have much though. He really doesn't have much air, to be honest. And he still only has that one. No, he has 2 naval factories now. The engineers he dropped to middle retreated into the water and started building naval production, which is quite a good move. And Robo looks like he's getting him behind the Inties. And now Mosey flies away in an attempt to well, get away, but also maybe to drag the inties away from the main island. But now, here come the drops, and of course, the radar, without T2 radar or a radar like right out on the edge of the cliff here, you're not really going to catch the drops. Wait, they're going way deep. Whoa. And the inties are missing. That intie missed several shots. Drops are in. There's 2 Aurora here, and there is a PD going up very rapidly. And this is a T2 mech actually. Oh, and another T2 mech. So there goes one. And maybe a second one could go down to the artillery. Will the PD be finished? Will the Medusa shell hit this guy? Oh, that was close. That was very close. So these drops doing really good damage. Mechs dead. And that's really good damage from Mosey. He also has quite good production, although, you know, good naval production for Robo Gear as well. Relatively even on that front. 9 naval factories versus 8. Yeah, he's finished in the paint job, yeah. So yeah, those drops were quite nice, and I wonder, did any of the transports escape, or were they killed? That's one dead transport. Anyway, that's a dead radar. Oh, there's another dead transport. All right. Yeah, 2 dead T2 mechs is there, and also all these 4 dead T1. Quite hurts. Quite hurts? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that drop is a failure. PD, anti-air radar. What? What the hell? Do I feel I'm stronger with some factions than others? No, I don't know actually. I mean, I've been playing random on ladder, random faction on ladder for years at this point, so I don't really think. I think it just depends on the particular faction on the particular map. Okay, finally some mexes on the main island dying. A lot of frigates. This is quite far forward, this production, so it's kind of risky to put it there. But yeah, very solid navy from Mosey. 15 frigates, 13 frigates. Actually, relatively similar. T2 mechs on this island as well. And Mosey really not ecoing very hard at all. Does he have a plan to take back middle is what I'm wondering. Or is he going to do other things? I mean, if he didn't have this island as well, I think it would be terrible for him. But the fact that he can raid middle and then also has this island, maybe it's not so bad for him. The eco might be a problem soon. This is quite a good fight for Robo Gear. And the problem, the real problem with having all this, having middle is, well, one of the problems is the naval fights here. The reclaim is going to be easier to get for Robo Gear. You can see, like, this deposits quite a bit of reclaim. Also, why is that a small 100 and that's a yellow 100? Slightly confused. I guess there's some rounding going on in the numbers. 5v4. Mosey's frigates are arriving though, and actually they can take out this factory, which is nice. What is this frigate doing? Hey, he has 4 kills, 200 mass kills, so not bad. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of frigate micro here. Millions watch, only a few play the game. I don't think that's actually true, to be honest. Not really. Not for most games. Air fight. Robo Gear wants an air fight, and there's some inties coming in behind. Robo gets a very nice first attack there. Yeah, that's a very good fight from Robo. Very nicely done. The Swift Wind's really showing their strength there. But overall, just very good micro. And now we should see torpedo bombers, and we do. There's torpedo bombers already from Mosey, so they're also under threat now. Is Inti micro the same as ASF micro, but slower? I kind of, but I mean the speed difference is so great that I don't think you can. I think it's quite different. The speed is like way slower. ASF micro is very, very. I don't know. It's the most difficult, I'd say, micro, and also it's like the easiest to screw up. But yeah, it is kind of the same thing. The air fight though, who's gonna get the reclaim from that? 1500 mass in the water. You can see the frigate wrecks, a lot of frigate wrecks down this end, and Mosey's really committing, but at this point, because he's lost air, are these frigates going to survive? There's a lot of torpedo bombers building right now. And there's still production, there's still units coming out, also torpedo defense or torpedo launcher. Maybe 100 is more deeper. Maybe. A lot more inties built for Mosey now. He's building more power. He's got quite a few T2 mexes built as well, so it certainly seems to be catching up on eco. Like if we look, I think Robo's slowed down in the ecoing. Got 10, is that 10? 11 now. One just finished for Mosey, and Robo has 8. So, but this mass donation, which, well, I think it's a mass donation. Oh, another really good first engagement on the air fight for Robo Gear, but he doesn't have the same kind of numbers as he had in the initial fight. But look at the power of the Swifties. But actually he loses and he calls GG. Because he was losing the air fight and he's losing the naval fight as well. Wow. Let me see the reclaim for Robo. Robo even had more reclaim. And he's stalling minus 35 mass. And Mosey has 2k mass in the bank. Wow. Well, I gotta say that is pretty impressive from Mosey. Too early GG, I do agree to a large extent, but at the same time he has 9 frigs here versus 15, 16, and you know 7 back here. Mosey's resources are looking much healthier. Why isn't Awasa hard to use? It's just, it turns very quickly and stuff, so you want to have it properly lined up. Well played to Mosey there, that was a good game from him. Especially the drops initially. What's up, Trainminator? Board game Frosthaven. Wasn't there a will to make a Kickstarter campaign for advanced subcom with better graphics? I mean, they aren't. Jagged is just Noob Kappa. What? Who are you talking to? Okay, on to the next game. As for a Kickstarter or something, I don't think that's reasonable. You really need to make a ton of money to make a game like this again. You'd need probably, I don't know, 30 mil. But really what you need is the people capable of building such a game. And yeah, that's the issue. Charlie, I don't know what the exact win rate of Aeon or other factions is. Dozens of dollars minimum. Exactly, dozens. Subcom 2 cost around 11 to 20 million to make. Subcom cost 12 mil? That sounds on the low side, but maybe. But yeah, I think the more difficult one is finding the competent people to make such a game. That's really the issue for me. Wow, you guys overpaid for Subcom. Don't really see how dollars translate into video games. Yeah, it's tough. What's up, Sheep Thief? No, I don't think you can see. I can see my win rate with certain factions. I don't think I can anyway. Let me take a look. Stats. Yeah, the win-loss seems... Yeah, it's totally broken because I have like a tiny percentage of wins and a million losses apparently, so that doesn't work. Chris Taylor's new browser game, yeah. There's only 3.5 IPs that are successful in RTS. StarCraft, AoE, Subcom, Command and Conquer. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the main. I mean, there's Dawn of War was successful-ish. No, Dawn of War was pretty successful. I mean, there were others, but yeah, it is definitely a huge risk. What ELO do you start getting this map? I don't know. Check the ladder pool thread on the forums and you'll find it. They Are Billions is successful, I think. That's not really RTS. I've played that. It's really not RTS in my opinion. It's also not super great. Tower defense. Yeah, it's closer. It's definitely closer to tower defense than... yeah. Creeper World. Never seen Creeper World, actually. Transport out and immediately scouted, and there's an Inti close by for Robo. Multi-Winia. Never heard of it. Company Heroes 2. Yeah, that's a... I have played Company Heroes. I played one of them anyway. They're pretty good. Homeworld. I think MOBAs took over the old RTS audience. I think you're not totally wrong there. I think there is some of that for sure. People who would be playing RTS are playing MOBAs. There's I mean, obviously, MOBA. Oh yeah, Warcraft is obviously a successful RTS IP, by the way. That's another one. But yeah. Oh, bomber overhead, Inti on the transport. You hate to see it if you're Mosey. He drops. Can he split though? Oh, he places the factory to split them, but the bomber's going for a different NG. Transport dies. And the bomber's coming back. Circling around over the mountain. How many NGs will die? That's the question. Oh, will the second one die? No, just one NG. The other one survives, 45 HP. And, oh my god, engineers airdropped directly next to these guys. And he builds a factory? Why are you building a factory, not a PD? Bit strange there from Robo Gear. I think if you build a PD, you instantly make sure that this factory is going to die. And then you can build a factory afterwards. But he just goes for 2 factories straight away. He does still have the bomber and air control. And the lab gets bombed there as well as the factory being denied from constructing. 1 NG goes down. But yeah, Robo's in a really good position now. Mosey with his own secret bomber hovering over the water and an air scout watching. Could an ACU survive 40k? An ACU would be an absolute beast in 40k. It would tower over most things. I mean, yeah, ACU would be OP. So yeah, super good start from Robo Gear, I'd say. I like this play. This is what we need to see. This is why Bermuda was boring. People would just, oh, I'll drop here and you drop there, and we do all the same things that we do in every game. But now they're trying to do something different here. And it's freaking working. So good job, Robo. Mosey under some pressure. He's gotta take over this left side now. Transport survives on 10 HP. Bomber comes in. Oh no. Oof. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, bomber from Mosey takes out all the NGs before they get the PD up. And that's huge for Mosey. Transport also dies. Huge for Mosey. Now, hopefully, now I think what he needs is really... Oh, he's sending his ACU back. Well, there's a lot of things he needs. I think land production, his main base, is needed right now. Because there's mech marines headed into his base. There's a bomber around. Robo Gear is killing the inties. The bomber is bombing PD, which is kind of unnecessary, so he reroutes it to somewhere else. And Mosey, well, there's 3 naval factories for Robo. And, well, 3 for Mosey. But Mosey actually has all of his factories switched on at the moment. Bomber comes in, hits some P-gens, and goes down to the static anti-air. And there's 5 labs running around doing some raiding. Frigate makes its way across, and we'll probably take out these 2 engineers. Look at this land production. That has to be countered. Like, there has to be a response from Mosey. He should expect land spam from this island, but he just doesn't have mass. You need to be taking a lot of reclaim on this map very quickly to scale as fast as you ought to. So this is usually a key location for grabbing reclaim in the early game. Of course, directly around your base also. So labs have been cleaned up. And it's definitely Robo Gear with the big event. Oh my god, the mass total is insane. 23k to 14k. That's crazy. How much mass should you put into production and how much into eco? You mean right now? Well, he can't really afford to put anything into eco because the eco you need some energy, really, which he doesn't have. He needs production right now because, well, you can see he's added a couple of factories, and his ACU is here to plug the gap for a while. But ultimately, there's going to be too many units for the ACU alone to deal with. The frigates are contributing, but oh look, that's a good use of artillery. Takes out a naval factory and begins attacking another one. The cliff is sort of blocking a lot of shots, so his factory won't go down. But yeah, he needs production right now. Have you heard of Rome Total War Remaster? Not really. I guess every game gets remastered now, any game that was any good. But yeah, Rome Total War, I played a ton of Rome Total War. It was a very fun game. The strategy layer obviously is weak as hell, but the battles are quite fun. But yeah, I don't know what the crack is with the remaster. Yeah, the ACU getting pushed now, but there's not enough units yet. And now we do have a few Mantis, Medusa. Artillery are very good in this kind of choke point. Just in general on Bermuda, artillery is very, very good because again, it's just small choke points and generally a lot of units, so it's good. It's good. Oh my god, Robo Gear is 20,000 mass ahead. I don't really see what Mosey can do. I mean, how do you lose when you have 22,000 more mass total? Yeah, like Mosey still doesn't have this. So yeah, this game is basically over, which is crazy. It just shows how good Robo's opening was. Slight few T1 pigeons. Yes, let's see. What is it, like 70? 121! Oh my god. He has no T2. He actually has no T2 pigeons right now. And he has 2,400 power income. He's actually building more T1 pigeons, is he? No, he's not. Holy shit. It's always possible to lose. Well, there are limits. Yeah, Company of Heroes. That's the World War II one. Bryce, yeah, this number is getting a lot bigger. But I'd say, you know, Total War is not really the same as other RTS games at all, I would say. I think it's sort of in a different, it's sort of in its own category, I would say. Oh, these renegades are super nice, but there's even a static anti-air here, so Total War is grand strategy, not just RTS. Yeah, well, I mean the strategy layer is super limited, so yeah, it's about the battles really, but the battles have obviously no real economy behind them. The economy is dealt with in the other layer, so it's sort of its own formula, I would say. Doesn't fit into the classical RTS genre like Supreme Commander, you know, StarCraft, Age of Empires. It's a slightly different class of game. You put only Armenian Cataphract cavalry, you win always. Good old Cataphracts. I don't really have too much faith in the company that makes Total War games, but we'll see. T3 Air. With 1 T2 P-Gen and 121 T1 P-Gens. Warhammer's good. Yeah, I've heard Total Warhammer is good. The pillars are out now. And I don't see T2 land from Mosey. I mean, yeah, Mosey is just kind of doomed here. He's now 40,000 mass behind. Don't think this attack is really working for Robo. Look at all these PDs and stuff. An RTS where you use insects to battle. That would be cool. What's up, Servet? You late? We're streaming over an hour now. Queen bees and fire ants and stuff. That'd be cool. Shogun 2 is the best multiplayer one? Yeah, I never really played those kind of games in multiplayer. T2 Navy is up for Mosey. T2 Navy is up for Robo. Looks like they have 1 destroyer each. But more, well, no, very equal number of frigates as well. 32 versus 34. Yeah, they're like dead even. So Robo Gear basically is ahead on land. Very, very equal in Navy. And just has way more eco, basically. And also now has T3 P-Gen, T3 Air can be constructed. No, don't build that. Stop building that. Stop it. There's a Warcraft 3 map for everything. Yeah, well, isn't that where MOBAs came from? From Warcraft 3. What's up, Peter? There's one back in the day where you had to grow an ant colony. Sometimes you die to somebody mowing the lawn. Is Mosey a Russian player? Yes, he is. And so is Robo Gear. MOBAs started in StarCraft Brood War, perfected in Warcraft 3. Okay, okay. Dota came from Warcraft 3. Right, right. That heresy came from there. How long can this continue? If Mosey had the gun, he could continue longer. Oh my god, look at the PD creep. Small few PDs here. Needs more radar. Needs more. Oh my god, 4 TMLs. Firing across now. That's 1 dead T2 mechs. TMD going up. There's 1 here. 2 under construction now. That's another dead T2 mechs. Oh. The destroyer's gonna try and stop the PD creep, it seems. Yeah, this is the trouble with trying to push with land. Although that cliff is really an issue for Mosey. He can't fire over that. Robo better not lose this. I mean, could he? Could he really? It seems difficult to lose. Oh. The OC. He could probably go T3 Navy. I mean, he must have air control at this point. It's amazing that he hasn't broken through here, though. He just he could have had T2 land production over this side, but he just has some T1. Where are these even built from? Because there's no T1 factories left, actually. He's recycled them all. He's recycled most of his P-gens. The TMLs haven't gotten too much done. This one has actually gotten 3 good kills. Wait. No, he didn't kill the HQ, I don't think. The naval HQ. That's a dead destroyer there somehow. PD creep has been denied. That's a weird place to try and build a an artillery. Scouts coming in. A lot of scouting coming in over Mosey's base. Any T3 mechs is going? No. Strap bomber. Aiming for the lone T2 mechs on this side. Dead. Oh, the strat might die here. It does. It gets one more drop. And dies, so not really effective, but all the inties are going to die here. There is a cruiser, which should get some nice kills on the ASF. But you're going to need more than one cruiser to really put a dent in these ASF numbers. Second cruiser, actually. And Mosey walks forward. Oh god, he could easily die here and gets a nice overcharge. Robo thinks about moving in and then thinks better of that. Another overcharge comes in. Total air win, that's pretty effective. He didn't need to lose the strat to win air though. Not at all. Mosey looks like he can kind of win this naval fight. Oh, he lost that cruiser. That's quite bad. That the cruiser is at the front. He's using his range. He needs a stealth boat, I think, in my opinion. That would help. The frigates are good meat shields, but they are going down. The UEF destroyers are very good at dealing with frigates. They're like a T2 frigate, I've heard it said. And I sort of agree. And now they're getting closer, getting into range now of the Cyber and T2 boats. There goes the destroyer, though. And another frigate goes down. Oh, there goes it. There's a lot of Navy dying, and another strat arrives. Kills the T2 mechs with storages, kills another, and all those engineers. Cruiser shoots some shots, and these 3 destroyers are doing extremely well. Mosey retreats back to the back of his naval base. And it's trying to catch the strat with the cruiser. He's doing damage, but it's vetting and it's escaping. Oh no, 2 destroyers caught at the front in the worst possible place. And now the cruiser moving forward as well. Strap armor with 40 kills, 7,800 mass killed. It gets another vet. And Mosey control Ks. Only 100,000 mass behind, by the way. That's all. That took quite a while for Robo to end it. How do you turn on snipe mode on your units? You right click the attack button. When you have the unit selected, you right click the attack button. And it'll light up and stay lit. It's kind of not something you would necessarily find by yourself. Thought Mosey might be coming back. Yeah, no. I don't think anyone could come back there, to be honest. Well, not really. A live cast a show match. Well, there's no show match. There is no show match, so. Can I do a 2v2 replay? We could. Let me see if I can What's... how do I search for 2v2 ladder games? Of a certain rating. Anyone got any 2v2 games they want to send me? Oh, Tex is hurt now. I'm not casting the right games for him. Who frickin' who? Everyone hit the like button, by the way. Thank you, Peter. What are your thoughts on the Nomads mod? It needs some work, I'd say. But it's kind of cool. What game should we watch? Alright, let's watch one more Robo Gear and Mosey and see if it's a bit more bit closer. A bit less one-sided. Is there a way to play? Yes, there is, Sheep Thief, on the map gen. Hank super chatted €5. Again, thanks for the stream. Smile. Thank you very much, Hank. 117 on ladder queue. What? Excuse me? You can see a preview of the map on MapGen. I don't think so. Not when you have the unexplored thing selected. I don't think you can't see the map as a preview. Pretty sure. It's quite a cool. It needs some work, a little bit of work, tidy it up. But so far, it's kind of a cool. It's a cool setting to play on. I've played on it once or twice. No, there aren't really 117. I don't know why Bricka said that. There might have been 117 watching the stream at the moment. Oh, 117 rating. I get you. That would also make sense. Gearbox released a short video this week of Homeworld 3. Cool. That's one series I've never played, Homeworld. And people have suggested that it is a really cool game, but I haven't tried it. I'm not sure if I have it on Steam now. I briefly played what's that space RTS? Something Sunless or something like that. I don't know. Anyone here know what happened to Farm's Twitch account? It got banned. That's what happened permanently. Because Twitch. I can link you his new account. Sins of the Solar Empire, exactly. That's the one. I played that one very briefly. Seems good, but I never really got into it. Here you go. That's Farm's new Twitch account. Sad but unsurprising. Well, he got banned for his name. Just so you know. Oh, building 2 factories at once. Fixed immediately. Good stuff, Robo Gear. Bomber. Here, you might be wondering, why the hell does Robo Gear build the factory here and not here where he has it set up for adjacency? The answer is the trees are in the way, so that would delay the factory having to try and get rid of all the trees and engineers walking around and getting in the way after the trees are reclaimed. So he just decides, screw it, I'm just going to build it over here. And it will be built a lot faster. Are the leaderboards always super inaccurate? No. Eve, no, I've never played Eve. Where's the bomber at? Here it is. This map looks nice. Yeah, this map is made by Chosen. It's actually been adjusted kind of recently. Not too much, but there have been some added neutral civs that you can capture. So hover, there's a couple of flaks. Bomber coming in after this NG, who's already seems to be trying to dodge. Oh, good, great timing. Great timing from Robo. Look at that. Turn, turn, turn. Oh. Oh, he survives. He survives again. Very good dodging. And Robo gets the kill on Mosey's NG. Yeah, Robo Gear definitely underrated at the moment. Hey, what's this decal? Holy shit. What the hell's going on under the surface of this planet? Oh, another drop. 4 NG kills. And Inti comes out at a brilliant time for Mosey. And the bomber goes down. But 4 NG kills. Significant. I would set an NG straight to the mid reclaim. I think that's not a bad idea. There's quite a bit here. You can see all these T2 wrecks. Not sure what kind of T2 they are. To be honest, I don't know what units those are. Anyone know? I actually don't know. It says Mosey's 1798 on 1v1 right now. What leaderboard are you looking at? I haven't. Let me. Are you sure you're looking at 1v1? They look like my car. Rocketbot. Ah, that might be it, yeah. Yeah, Mosey 1v1. Hey, I'm 3rd on the ladder. What the hell? That's awesome. What a beast. Yeah, it says Mosey's 8th. He's 2058 for me. So that's different for Thomas. Okay, well, whatever. Fire beetles. Yeah, I was thinking there might be fire beetles there. Well, they're reclaimed now. Oh no, wait. I'm just off the screen. Bomber. The bombs split too much, so they don't actually kill the NG. Bomber might get another pass. Will it? It does! The NTs fly past. But the NGs are dodging, and the bomber doesn't drop as a result. And there goes the bomber. Robo sent his ACU to this position, and Mosey was not expecting that, so he's going to waste several tanks here into the commander. Killing 1 mech is obviously not worth it. And yeah, that's nice. 1 Mantis survives on 70 HP. And Mosey does not have this expansion yet. Now he is taking reclaim in the middle, but he's not stealing Robo's reclaim, which he could be doing if he should move forward. Oh, he's got the old Swackel move of patrolling the ACU. I would definitely just walk forward here. If you see the ACU here, you have time to walk forward, steal this, you know, what is that? 750 mass maybe in those wrecks, and then retreat again. Bomber comes in, engineer does an old auto dodge. Some of the reclaim is bombed though. This is a good fight for Mosey, but again, he still doesn't have this expansion, and he doesn't have, well, the engineer is kind of close, but that's a very vulnerable engineer, and there's still plenty of tanks around. I don't know if he's going to protect that NG. And Robo Gear is in a solid position, I'd say, at this point. This mech's not taken, and on the other side, Robo Gear has got this. He's not grabbed the these idols. Only have 4 games played on FAF. Yeah, it's... Oh, transport comes in, but spawns a lot of tanks. Yeah, it's tough to get games when you're low rated. It's true. But you know, if you play TMM or you play ladder, then you don't people can't kick you. So I would suggest playing on the matchmakers to get games without worrying about getting kicked. And yeah, all welcome can work as well. Sometimes people say it's all welcome and then kick you anyway though, but you know, you can try it. Yeah, that bomb was oof. Mosey with a lot of air production. Two T2 Maxes for Robo versus 0 economy. And yeah, it looks really good for Robo. Robo's playing strong. He's coming back on the ladder. He's going to be 2100 very soon. We can see by the quality of the games he's... Robo Gear is going to be... Oh! Another bomber comes in. Kills 2 engineers there. Yeah, I think Robo is going to be 2100, maybe 2200 very soon. Fong games on MapGen lets Grey and Noobs in. Cool, okay. So yeah, check out Fong's games if you see him hosting. You can get into those. Bombers attacking this army. I think we'll see T2 land soon, right? I mean, that makes the most sense to me, to see T2 land. And oh yeah, there it is, 58% upgraded. Air totally dominant for Mosey, so maybe we'll see T2 air from Mosey. I don't know. No, he's going for T2 land right now and assisting, so they'll probably finish their upgrades at similar times, I would say. Different ACU positionings here. Mosey moving away from middle, and Robo Gear never moving to middle. Fong is a player, I guess. Oh, is he gonna lose this position to this attack here? He is. This is a very, very good attack from Mosey, but again, now there's 4 T2 Maxes for Robo, and T2 land is completed just ahead of Mosey, and Mosey's still with no economy, so he needs more map control, needs damage to be done. Second PD in this position seems unlikely to be worth it. And yeah, so instead he, you know, leaves one engineer to complete the job, and the other engineers are sent away to do something more useful, namely gather resources. That's a bit of reclaim that's been on the map for the whole game, I guess. Yeah. Mosey's grabbed it in this position. He should grab it in the other as well. His attack is cleaned up, but this expansion is dead. Mech's easily raided, but left untouched. Mosey doesn't really have too much more map control than his opponent. Well, slightly more, but not enough to make up for 4 T2 Maxes. So Pasky, I'm doing quite well. Oh my god. Oh my god, it flies away at 0 HP. My goodness. That's a lot of bombers. I thought Mosey was the one with all the bombers. But no, there's 4 bombers from Robo, and Robo has a big army here, and there's really not much to defend. Bombers are kind of bombing their own units though, to some degree. Oh, How is it 0 HP and not dead? Well, that's just one of the miracles of Supreme Commander. Robo Gear in the water now. Interesting spot to be. A lot of bombers retreat away from the static anti-air. And, yeah, another T2 mechs from Robo. T2 P-Gen is completed, pillars are up, so let's see what kind of armies. 6k mass ahead total, 5.8k in army versus 4.95. But Mosey still has air control. That's so many T1 bombers. And what Robo needs is a flak. He's got like 2 anti-air in this whole army. 3. He's got 3. Speaking of flak, he could just capture the static flak. Either of them could. They don't even need to build it themselves, to be honest. The bombers come in. If all these bombers target the anti-air, they will take it out. Oh, static anti-air. That could also be bombed. But we already see bombers dying. I think the anti-air was targeted there. A lot of bombs missing. Other bombs hitting though. The army does get thinned somewhat, and there's no air support. Where's the inties? They're out of position, and that's a lot of bombers going to die. And they're not that cheap. When you build that many of them, that's expensive. Look at how much mass killed this anti-air has. 295. It costs 54 mass maybe. Robo Gear's making T2, and Mosey has 1 T2 mechs, 1.5. Still only 1 T2 factory. Mosey standing in middle alone, quite exposed. T2, almost finished. Getting some assistance. Don't know about the upgrades, but I guess it's important to know how to play with T1 in order to switch to T2. Yes, I think it's, you know, you gotta focus on T1 on ladder for sure. Know how to play with T1 because that's, well, you know, think about it logically, you're always going to be using T1 on ladder basically. Every game, whether it's air or land or navy. T2 stuff can wait. And T3 stuff can wait longer. We got 4 T2 factories of land and 1 T2 air factory for Robo. He's in a really solid position now. More options available to him. Quite a decent army. He's getting raided over here for reasons unknown. But yeah, there's loads of pillars around. And Mosey is super exposed here on the middle of the map with no support whatsoever. And he just doesn't have the units, you know. He's got 7 rhinos. He's got 7 rhinos. That's pretty good. But it's not 25 pillars. Question is, what can the air do? I suppose, because that's really where his only advantage lies. He's got a bit more T2 land production, but he's still making T1 units. Oh, there goes T2 mechs. Good. Bit of a good raid there, but it's kind of funny how Robo is actually taking this damage. It seems very avoidable, most of it. Wow, 6 kill Mantis. Over 400 mass killed? Did I see that right? Ow. That's a lot of mass to be killing with a 1 T1 tank. But yeah, Robo playing super solid, passive. He's got an advantage. He doesn't actually need to press it. Allow Mosey to try things. And, you know, Robo's like, okay, well, now I have a pretty sick army. Now he's got 41 pillars now all of a sudden. Let's just win air. He's got more air force now. And he's got gun and T2. Mosey has no upgrades, so pretty sure Mosey dies if Robo Gear really wants to press here. Oh, he's losing pillars for free because they're shooting into the ground while the Medusa fire over the hill. And yeah, I think Robo can kind of just walk forward. There's quite good T2 land production. Maybe a few beetles mixed in might be nice. A few beetles. Oh, artillery just doing free damage. Quite a lot of free damage, and now these rhinos are softened up a bit. And yeah, look at the ACU just strides forward. There's really has no problem striding forward here. Needs to keep his units pretty close, but even so, this is not enough rhinos really to kill this ACU, assuming overcharges are available. All those bombers go down. And air might be... Well, no, I don't think... Well, Robo can't fight air right now because there are 2 flaks here that Mosey is staying close to. Surprising that there's no flak for Robo. And Mosey has no upgrade. If he steps out of the water, he's going to take thousands in damage immediately. And yeah. Ow. Down to 7,000. He was like max HP here. I think gestures would be a good idea. I mean, I don't think they would work, but it's worth a shot, I would say. I think he should mix in beetles, to be honest. Oh, a lot of gunships from Robo, and Robo's going to absolutely dominate air now. Mosey could not afford to take that. And the gunships, most of them are still alive. This is a big attack. Robo really abandoned the left side. Is he making... He's just making a lot of eco. So... And now walking forward. So this is not the... I was saying Robo was playing real solid, you know, maintaining all of his advantages, but he's actually not doing that now at all. Now he is trying to force the issue and is losing stuff behind him to do that. So this is more danger than I anticipated he would put himself in. What are you talking about, Mazer? Oh my god, could you imagine if the energy storage is killed next to these rhinos? Are energy storage useful without considering the OC purpose? Yes. They are good for, you know, building expensive P-gens, like T3 P-gens, or getting AC upgrades. Yeah, we need some T2PD here, I think. We definitely do. Now Mosey moves in. He's tired of just having his stuff overcharged from out of range. So he attacks, but... Okay, it's... Every time I mention beetles, you're here in chat whining about beetles. So can you just not ever do that again? I think you've done it enough for a lifetime. Robo Gear has now 19,600 HP. Mosey still doesn't have an upgrade. He's just gonna walk into the ACU with no upgrades, try and use the rhinos. How many units does he even have? He's got 10. RoboGear's run out of units completely. Oh my god, Robo can die here. He has one more vet to get. Oh, he's bringing in a T2 transport. And he's focusing down the flank. No, it hasn't. Mosey's shooting the transport as it lands. And he's trying to load. Oh my god. Shoot the transport. He shot the transport. And Robo's trapped here. $6,000 HP. Oh my god. 5,000 HP. 4,000. He's getting hit by the Medusa as well. He's not dodging them. How the how in the hell do you die here? Robo, look at this army. Oh. Insane. He didn't send like any extra units forward. He just had that initial army with his ACU, and he really didn't send any reinforcements. Like, why? Why do you need to run into the base? You don't. Look at the rest of the map. Look at his eco. So unnecessary. I told you to stop talking about beetles, so why do you continue? Yeah, I'll ban people soon, to be honest. Some things are just annoying. Losing is fun. Where have I heard that one before? Where have I heard that one? Losing is fun. Well, that's the Dwarf Fortress thing, isn't it? My god, look at this. Look at the labs from Spaceman. And labs from Swackel as well. Mech Marine wins versus Mech Marine. Oh. We want a piece now. Oh, the scout finished the mech. What a beast. No, watching replays, or sorry, no, watching replays helps. Watching casts does not help gameplay, I would say. Or at least very tiny amounts. If you want to learn and want to improve the game, watching casts is not really the approach that you should take. Oh, is transport under attack? Transport does go down, but not before it drops its cargo. Watching TA for life helped you? As I said, slightly, I would say, at most. Much better to review replays by the players yourself and see all the stats. But yeah, TA for life will help. This bomber is sick. And now deceased. Oh, a drop, but there's already a tank here. Wait, did that tank come out of the main base? Good stuff. And no drop to the right for space. Idle transport. I think for low rated players, copying better players is more useful than self-analysis. I agree. What was that? Well, it's gone now. Drop from Swackel right next to the lab. Space doesn't know. Oh, he could know if he was paying very, very close attention, but yeah. Ouch. Is Swackel gonna take both sides now? Swackel even has 2 T2 mexes. What an absolute chad of a beast. 1600 is probably way past the point where casts help you. Bully says he learned from watching my casts. Well, my casts are probably the most didactic of all casts, I'd say. I can't help myself but explain why things are dumb. I'm not exactly a hype caster. But I think in general casting is not as useful as analysis of your own gameplay and analysis of other people's. Didactic. In a teaching, basically. Oh my god, he's lost so much HP. How do you drop to 4,100 HP at this point? I like that he sent the ACU here, but like, holy shit, he took so much damage. He's got 1 T2 mechs. He is trying to, slow down Swackel attacking over here. And doing a decent job, but my god, his ACU, which should really be doing a great amount of work here, is absolutely owned by this PD. It's so brutal. T2 air, more eco for Swackel. I think POV streams are more beneficial. Well, I think a mix of them all is what's best, because in POVs you might not catch everything. I think you won't spot decisions being made because I might quickly select a factory and upgrade it, or quickly select things and do things with hotkeys that you won't necessarily spot. But in general, seeing how the game is played and what I'm looking at any given time is definitely helpful. But then, you know, if you have actual explanations of things afterwards, that gives you a different angle to learn from. So I think a mix is really what's needed. But I didn't really use POVs to learn the game either, so, you know. They would easily see most of the things Jagged says anyway. Well, I mean, at this point it's second nature to me, so really what you're doing is getting me to see it straight away and then just tell you. And, you know, fill in the gaps where you didn't see things. So, like, yes, but it's like, you know, that's not really how it works. That you could just try hard enough and see everything, you know? Practice makes perfect. Well, when I was learning music, the phrase was altered, so it was perfect. Practice makes perfect. But that might only apply to music, to be honest. I don't think it really applies to games. You can't really play perfectly in the first place. I think your audience is demanding a retraction of your earlier statement, or you will be cancelled. Well, whoever wants to cancel me can go and try, I guess. X-Game cast one of your games to show the thinking behind your decisions. Could do. What instrument? I play piano. Or keyboard. Drops from Swackel. Well, it's a T2 transport. I don't know what it dropped, though. Did it drop these guys? People say deliberate practice now. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, that's how I suggest people play Supreme Commander to learn. It's, you know, get it, stay focused and, you know. Don't just spam 12 games in a row. This PD is going to get a lot. Wait, it's not firing. There we go. Oh my god. What the hell? It's tracking units that are slightly out of range. It stops firing again. My god. That PD should have gotten so many kills. If you practice bad techniques, that doesn't really help. No, it actually will hurt you because you'll have to, you know, unlearn what you've learned before you can carry on, which is the worst possible scenario. Swackel making loads of subs and they're getting decent amount of damage. Oh, artillery drops straight through the middle, no respect whatsoever, and that's gonna get shot down. Yeah, that's not like, why would you send an artillery drop straight through the middle? And when you have oceans of space, literal oceans of space to fly into that will never allow it to be spotted, and there's an artillery here anyway? What? My god. Okay, it looks like we missed other drops because that's a dead T2 mechs. Dead P-gens, a lack of respect. I agree that you're just a disrespectful player. By the way, 850 mass killed. 900 mass killed. Spaceman running through this expansion. But there is T2 land production and there's about to be 3 more T2 land factories completed here, which are going to produce pillars, and I'm sure Swackel can afford, oh my god, 7,000 mass in storage. Spend your mass, dude. Why don't you have T2 Navy yet? It has been started, and you're losing this expansion. And you have 7,000 mass in the bank. And you're the guy showing the lack of respect to your opponent. ADPD. What? Fuck's sake. Well, Swackel's dominating Navy now. Subs have gotten just hideous. 1100, 1200 mass killed on these submarines. Ridiculous. Pillars. The pillar production is plenty to defend this, but he's lost this. And there's reclaim for Spaceman if he can spend it. It looks like he can't. He doesn't have the energy. Oh, there's artillery coming in from this base, which has just been allowed to live for far too long. There's like no T2 power at all. Oh my god, he left these factories alive. You don't want to do that. The walls have been breached, but there are more lines of them. They don't cover the whole choke point though for some reason. None of them cover the whole choke point. Oh, T2 PDs as well. That seems unnecessary when you have the pillars. And the parashields. Pillars just roam in and kill. Well, they will kill everything shortly. PD goes down almost as soon as it's built. There's quite a lot of T1 land here, but the pillars should be able to stop this. Should be able to win the fight, I think. More reinforcements building up, so well, the pillars getting surrounded, but still they have plenty of HP on them. If they stop moving too long though, the Lobos will chew through them eventually. And yeah, Spaceman actually wins that fight. That turns out to be kind of a waste of pillars. On the other side, Janus stopped the T1 incursion. That's a bit excessive. My god. My god. Cruisers here. And Spaceman calls GG. T3 mexes in the base. Well, that was pretty strong from Swackel, I would say. Oh my god, more artillery. Yep. Good play from Swackel. Look, he's climbing, heading towards 2100 there. He's on the way. Yikes, on the way to 2100. Swackel really likes T3 mechs. Well, who doesn't? Alright, that's gonna be it for the stream. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the donos, Hank and Cuddy. And yeah, click like on the way out if you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon for more stuff. Next time a 2v2. We'll find a 2v2, and see you next time, guys. Have a good one.